Hello, ladies, and welcome back to Girl Me Too. If you are new here, welcome in. And if you have been rocking with me since the beginning, thank you. I appreciate you and I love you more than you know. In the last episode, we talked about the three stages after you've healed. The first one was acceptance, which is learning to accept what it was and not what you wanted it to be. Up next, we had discovery. Who are you outside of pain and survival, and or what have you learned about yourself? Lastly, we have reclamation. That is reclaiming your voice and your power. In this episode, we are going to get deeper and we're going to talk about why you think you stayed, why you left, and why you'll never go back. Let's get into it. In the first toxic or abusive relationship, I think I stayed because I thought that my love would heal or help him. I know that sounds crazy. It always does in the beginning. Let's dig deep. Let's talk about it. Because whether you know it or not, a lot of women actually have that mindset sometimes where we think not that we could change them, but that if we show them love, if we love them hard or if we love them enough, they would change. And I think in the first one, that was kind of how I felt. Like I'm not saying he came from a broken home per se, but I could tell that he was raised on survival, whereas I was raised on love. And I would say like 8 out of 10 times, that's typically the dynamic. One is raised on survival, one is raised on love. We try to show them love. We try to, show them how we were raised, show them the things we were taught. And it's always the complete opposite of how they grew up, how the things they were taught, et cetera, et cetera. And so I thought that if I could show him real love, if I could show him how to love, if I could show him I loved him through it all, through whatever, he would become not necessarily a better partner to me, but just a better person in general. And even when we were going through the things that we were going through, I still held on and I still, fought to show him that love and to show him like, hey, you gotta do this. Like there's a different way, there's a better way. So I think that that was why I stayed in the first one. And I think that I stayed in the second one because at that time in my brain, you know, I kind of looked at myself as damaged goods. I came with one child. I had went through such a traumatic experience, and that person, the second person knowing that and still wanted to be with me. You know what I mean? Like he didn't think I was damaged goods. You know what I mean? Like I felt like I stayed one because of that, because I didn't want to have to go and just tell the next man, what I went through. I feel like it was new. He knew you know what I mean? And I feel like I also stayed because I was getting attention. So from not getting attention from the first one or not getting the right attention to stepping into another relationship where I was getting attention and I was getting good attention because again in the beginning it is always good. They never show their true colors in the beginning. And I was getting, the right kind of attention. I think that was also a reason why I had stayed so long because even though as the years went on and we were fighting more and we were getting into it more, I was still thinking about how it was in the beginning. And that is why I stayed because I felt like we could eventually get back to where we were in the beginning. Um I think another reason I stayed was I had got comfortable. I'm not gonna hold you. I had got really, really comfortable. I was familiar with him, and I didn't want to go and start over with anybody else. I just didn't want to. I don't want to know your favorite color. I don't. What do you like to do? No, like I had been with this person for X amount of years. It was my longest relationship. We had 2 kids together. I was very, very comfortable, even with the disrespect and everything that was going on. I had got comfortable, and it was familiar. And I think that I started to think that arguing, yelling, fighting, I thought that it was normal. I thought that most people did those things. I thought that it was normal that we did those things, and that was how he showed that he loved me, as crazy as that sounds. um Trauma bonding is a good one where we kind of bond over the trauma that we had went through in the past relationships or the things that we kind of went through, the similar things that we kind of went through as kids. Trauma bonding is a big one for a lot of people. And another one I would say is scared of the unknown. Like I didn't think that I deserved better, so I didn't want to go out there thinking that I could get better, and then you step out there and you can't get better. So now it's like, damn, do I tuck my tail, in between my legs and I run back? No. So again, that falls into me just being comfortable. And yeah, I mean, a lot of those reasons I think a lot of women can relate to. And losing your confidence in your self-esteem, and you not really loving yourself, you not really knowing yourself, how are you gonna, you know what I mean? Like at that point, I just didn't think that I could get anybody else, if that makes any sense. I was back to feeling how I was feeling when I left the first relationship, which was damaged goods. Like, damn, I done got tricked into this a second time. Like, I might as well just stay here because it's not as bad as the first one. But looking back, even though it wasn't as physically bad, it was worse because, again, I got introduced to the different types and the different forms of abuse. So in a way, it kind of was worse than the first. But I think that, looking back at those two relationships, that is why I stayed. The first one was only a year. The second one was 5 years. Um, but all in all, I think that that was why I stayed. I I'm pretty sure that those reasons were why I stayed. And again, I felt like I just didn't believe that I deserved better. I didn't believe that I would find better. And I had gotten so used to the manipulation, the guilt tactics. I had just gotten so used to everything. I was really, really comfortable. I knew it wasn't the greatest. I knew it wasn't the best, but it also wasn't the worst because physically I had worse. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Next we're gonna get into why I left. So the reason I left the first one is because again, I had told y'all I heard, God speak to me, something was gonna happen to my baby. I just knew I had to get out of that one or I was gonna die. He would eventually kill me. I knew that I had to leave that one. I'm not laughing, y'all, but it's just like just looking back, it's like, damn girl. But I knew that I had to leave that one because that one was so physical. I was either gonna die or I was gonna lose my child. That was why I left that one. I left the second one because I felt like I just started carrying so much and I couldn't breathe. And I always had to be superwoman. I always had to figure it out. And it started to catch up to me in a way. I had started to feel drained. I'm talking spiritually, I was drained emotionally, physically, financially. I was just drained and I couldn't do it no more. I had been doing it for 5 years. I had been doing it for so long, y'all, and I just wanted out. I knew that I didn't want to go into 2025 feeling the way that I was feeling. I knew that I needed something different. I needed something better. And it started with me. And that was why I was saying I let my mind, control me instead of my heart. And I was able to get out of that. I think another reason that I left is because the disrespect had started to get louder than love. And when I realized that, I realized it was never love. It was manipulation, it was control, and I was always in survival mode. I was never at peace. I was always at war. And I thought that it would be me and my partner against the world, but it was the world and my partner against me. It was me against the partner in my world. Like it just got to a point where I just couldn't do it no more. And then it's like on top of me, doing everything, kids, home, bills, life. You got a nerve to be out here cheating. I just felt suffocated and I felt like I needed something new. I felt like I was in a rut. I was doing the same thing over and over, day in and out. And when you do the same thing and you expect different results, that's insanity, man. And I was literally going insane. Like, okay, he gonna get it right this time. Okay, he gonna change this time. Okay, we gonna be no. I wanted something better. I knew I deserved better at that point. I started talking to myself more, and I just knew that it was time for me to go. Right? I had been praying, wishing and hoping on a sign, if I were to stay in this relationship and take it into 2025, or if it was time for me to go. And I want to say in like June, July-ish is when I found out about him trying to talk to the girl in the complex. And so at that point, I just knew I wasn't going to go into 2025 with him. I knew that 2025 was a year for me and my children. So yeah, I mean, I left just because all in all, it was never love. It was never love. I stayed with someone for 5 years, and looking back, I didn't know the person that I was laying to every night. I know that sounds crazy, but I didn't. And I got kids with a person I do not know. And I'm glad I got out of it. But yeah. Now, the reason why I would never go back is because I know better. I know better. I went through it twice. I have found myself, I have found my voice, and I'm at peace. And I think this has been the most peace that I've ever gotten with my kids and all. This has been the most peace. And I don't want to struggle with somebody. Like if I'm gonna struggle by myself, you know? And sometimes it does get hard, but I'm by myself. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to clean up after nobody. I don't have to always be superwoman when there is a man more than capable right next to me. If I'm gonna be superwoman, I'm gonna be superwoman for my children. I can't be superwoman for my kids and for another man that's also my child. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it alone. I won't go back because I'm building my self-esteem up. I'm building my confidence up. I'm building me up. I am building a relationship with God. I am making a stronger relationship with my kids. I am building my relationship back with my family. It was some family members, not that I cut them off or they cut me off, but we just kind of became distant with each other, and now I'm trying to mend and repair those relationships. And because family is everything to me. Family has always been everything to me. I was raised that way. I'm close with my family on my mom's side and my dad's side. There's nothing that me and my family wouldn't do for each other. So I'm mending those relationships. And I would never go back, because if I were to go back, I have no dignity. I have no self respect for myself. I have broken all boundaries that I have set. And I would not blame my family for turning their backs on me if I were to go back to either one of those relationships, but especially the last one, because of how everything played out, how everything turned out, the bashing. I know better than to go back. Now that I know what true peace is, why in the hell would I go back to chaos? I would never have peace. I'm pretty sure my kids would never forgive me. I know better now. And I know that you have some people, like some men, oh well, you let old boy do you any kind of way. Now you ain't gonna let me do. No, because now I know better. When old boy was doing it, I didn't know better. I was lost. I was lost. And I was a lost little girl looking for love in the wrong place at the wrong time in the wrong person. And now that I know me and I know my worth and I have that relationship with God and I can talk to God and I have that relationship with my family, no, the next one, you're not going to play me. The next one, you're not going to put your hands on me. The next one, you're not going to disrespect me and talk to me any kind of way. If you don't have a good relationship with your mama, with your family, you can't get to me. If you don't have a relationship with God, You can't get to me. If you talk disrespectful when you get mad, you can't get to me. If you get mad and break stuff, you can't get to me. Like, I'm taking a whole new approach on how I date and the men that I'm looking for. And I'm not saying that you got to be a 10 out of 10, but babe, you got to be damn close. Because the next one that put their hands on me, I'm snitching. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. I hope you got some bond money because, bub, you're going. You're going, pal. So I just say all that to say I know better. And that's why I wouldn't go back. Once you make it out, do not go back. And I know that sometimes it's hard because you love them. You love them and you think about all the good times, but you gotta sit down and you gotta write a list, man. And if the bad outweighs the good in every category, you gotta let it go. You have to let it go. There is somebody that will love you so much more. This person is just not capable. They're just not capable. And I'm not saying that they're not capable. Maybe they're just not capable of loving you how you deserve to be loved. Maybe, they can go and find another girl, another woman and love them the way you want to be loved, but you couldn't get it from him because he's not your person. And that's okay. That's okay. There's a person for everybody. He's not yours. And if you go back and then you continue to go back, he's going to continue to do you wrong because he knows you're going to come back. Close that door. Close that door. You have to find yourself. You have to love yourself. You got to build a bond in a relationship with yourself so that when the next man does come, don't go looking for it. Let God send him to you. Let God send him because when God sends him, he is for you. But when you go out and try to find it yourself, you probably going to get hurt. If you got out of it, ladies, don't go back. Don't go back. Don't do it. I know you love him, but do he love you? I know you miss him. Do he miss you? I know you want to pick up your phone and send him a paragraph. Does he do that for you? If you get out, stay out. I tell y'all, in damn near every episode, most women don't get out, and most women die trying to get out. If you got out, baby, God is on your side. Why would you go back? Why would you go back? You got it. Some months it is going to be hard. I'm not gonna lie to you, baby. You're gonna struggle some months. And this economy, you're gonna struggle. But you doing it on your own. With your kids, without your kids, with your family, no family, village, you got it. And you have peace. You got a peace of mind. You're not in chaos. You are not getting manipulated. They're not guilt tripping you. They're not they're not invalidating your feelings. Validate your own. You got it. I don't know if y'all noticed, but in 2025, a lot of women, a lot of women just they became single, and it's the best they've ever felt. So it is the best some women has ever felt. You got some women left that toxic or abusive relationship when they found them a new man and got married. And he worships the ground that she walks on, and that could be you. But if you keep going back to the same man that's hurting you, what do you think you're gonna get? You won't get that happy ending. Your ass gonna get a black eye. You're gonna be sent to the hospital. Even worse, you could be sent to your grave. Get out and stay out. This is a very serious topic and it's not talked about enough. And that's again why these things are so important to me. Get out, stay out, find yourself, work on yourself, love yourself, build yourself up, get a relationship with God, get a stronger relationship with your kids, get a stronger relationship with your family, get a stronger relationship with your friends. You only get one life. Don't make your life all about a man who would never make his life all about you. This episode is going to wrap up 2025. We've got quite a few episodes. I think like 5, 6. I don't even know. But this does wrap up 2025 and 2026. I hope that I'm able to have more guests. Like I want to have more female guests to tell me their experiences and tell me their stories so that I'm not always up running my mouth about mine. I want to get different perspectives. Going into 2026, I really hope that I can get a lot of subscribers. And when I say a lot of subscribers, I want comments. I want feedback. I want to know that I'm not the only person that has gone through this. I want to know I'm not the only person that feels, like this or has these conversations. I really hope that this finds the woman that it is supposed to find because girl, we are a sisterhood. I would love to talk to you. I would love to get your experiences. I would love to know how you got out. I would love to know how you got in. How did you know you was in? I have so many questions. But if you have been rocking with me since the beginning, I love y'all. And the few of y'all that like it, comment, share it, y'all are the reason why I get up and I do these, even when I don't want to. Even when I'm late, y'all are the reason why I get up and I do these because I hope that you guys are getting something out of it just as much as I am telling my story. I feel like a lot of people don't really, not that they don't relate to things like this, but they are drawn more into the negative side. Like if I was on here bashing, you know, the men that put me through this, I think I would be, my views would be crazier, but because it's a positive and we're trying to build and we're trying to uplift and we're trying to have these conversations, it does get overlooked. And sometimes, I'm not going to lie to y'all, it does discourage me. But again, for the few women that is in here, that is watching, that is rocking, that is rolling, I love you. I love you. If you got out, I'm so damn proud of you, girl. You that girl. And don't let nobody tell you different. If you are still in it, but you know that you need to leave, you one foot out, you one foot in, you got it. Make a plan, stick to it, get to it. I believe in you. Be safe, be careful, but you can definitely do it. And if you are in one and you are unable to get out, God will lead you out when it is the right time. I promise you. Keep praying. You'll be able to get out soon enough. And when you do, I'll be damn proud of you too. I hope you are. And that does wrap up Girl, Me Too for 2025. Please comment below and let me know why you stayed, why you left, and why you will never go back. Like and subscribe and share this to a woman that needs to hear this. Share this to a friend or a family member that is in one, that has recently got out of one, and just let them know they are not alone. I've been through it. We're going to get through it together. This is our sisterhood. This is our safe space. I love y'all. 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 And until we see each other again in 2026, remember this. You did not lose yourself. You are finding yourself. You are that girl. Take care of yourself. Take care of them babies. Have a good night. I love y'all.